I think I can talk about this because Matt has talked about this publicly. Matt has bipolar disease. The mood swings were intense with him. And again, I wouldn't be talking about this if he hadn't talked about this himself publicly. And I remember being concerned about it at the time. And we didn't know he was bipolar at the time. In fact, I don't think I even knew what bipolar was at the time. But I knew something was not right. And listen, Matt always treated me well. But still, I knew something was not right. And I remember saying something, God, it's one of those stories that it's funny. After all these years in the business, there's not too much that I look back on and have regrets about. For the most part, I feel like I've always done the right thing, or at least tried to. But I remember going to the record company and telling them, I think there's something wrong with him. Like, I think maybe he needs some help. And I didn't mean it in a, like, I was concerned. I wanted somebody on the team to kind of step up and help. And I'll never forget, I don't want to say who it was, but it was one of the people at the label saying to me, we're not doing he's writing hits. We're not messing with anything. Almost as though the fact that he was writing hits mattered more than the fact that he might be suffering from a serious mental illness. Although I'm going to say this too, I don't think I ever saw them at a bad night. I mean, I went to a lot of shows. That was hands down the best band in Canada for that moment in time. They had a moment sort of right when Beautiful, sort of between Underdogs and then the release of this record, where I don't know if there's a better live band in Canada. They were incredible. There was a certain brand of Canadian rock at that time. I used to call it Canadian angst rock, because there's all these sort of great bands who had sort of a dose of angst in the music. Matthew, Moist, Headpins, lots and lots of bands, the Watchmen, who really did well in Canada, but never seemed to be able to crack in the States. And I don't know if they were just too Canadian. Like, I could never understand why it didn't translate. Matt got a deal with Atlantic Records. Just didn't work. I think part of the problem too was that, by the time that the Matthew Good Band got a deal in the States, they were a big band here. So they had grown accustomed to a certain style of, like you tour in a bus as opposed to a van. And I think it was hard for them to get back into a van after being in a bus. I'm saying that both kind of literally and figuratively.